Hello, everybody. We are here tonight. We're back to some more modern Stoneforge Mystic decks today. We're jamming Squawks and Taxes in Modern. The legacy meme that took the legacy world by storm for a hot minute, has transferred over to Modern. For those of you that know K-Ponce MTG over on Twitch, he streams a lot of Death and Taxes stuff, and he's been playing this deck and apparently getting some pretty good results out of it. So I decided that I can no longer deny the call of the Squadron Hawk. I must answer my calling as the creator of Legacy Squadron Hawk Taxes. We gotta jam the Modern version. This list is actually like very close in a lot of ways to the Legacy list, outside of obviously like your lands get a lot worse because you don't get to play Rashad Important Wasteland, but like we're playing a bunch of givers like we were in Legacy. Path over Plow, obviously, Squadron Hawk, Mystic Thalia, and then like Force of Virtue and stuff. In Modern, we have a little bit different card suites here. We have the Ranger Captain package, which I did try a little bit in Legacy, but in Modern maybe a little bit more useful. You actually get to like 3 mana versus the combo decks more often. And you can tutor up some value targets. We have a Ballista, Giver of Roots, and Thraben Inspector. And in the sideboard you can also tutor up Burnt and Forge Tender. I'd be interested in seeing maybe like a Weathered Wayfarer in here to like help against Tron maybe. But then you might want to put in a couple more Silver Bullet lands, and then like your Anthonice in the sideboard probably gets worse, but as usual, when I steal deck lists from other people, I don't like to tinker with them too much because I kind of want to grasp the idea of whoever created the list, what their intentions were, and kind of assess the strength and weaknesses and see if I agree with their assessment of things. I know I was talking with Spider Space about adding a Mistveil Plains, a card that a lot of people ask me about in Legacy, and just you really can't afford to play Mistveil Plains in the Wasteland format. But in Modern, where people aren't playing Wasteland because it's obviously not legal, maybe Mistveil Plains is good enough. Rebuy your Squadron Hawks, go infinite there. You can pick up blown up equipment. You can put them back in your deck and tutor them out with another Stoneforge. Maybe even like get your Ballista a second time with like a Ranger Captain or something, etc., etc. Could be interesting. But for now, those things would be on the agenda for a future stream with this deck. For now, we're just going to jam with K-Ponce's exact list. I almost just like played 3 canopies instead of the canopy split because it just doesn't matter. But my first inclination when I saw this deck was like, ugh, snow-covered plains, and I almost just cut them and played normal plains. I was like, wait a minute. These Anthonices maybe don't cooperate with that plan. But so after that I was like, all right, I don't want to like fuck something up and accidentally like you need a Sunbaked Canyon to like activate a red and like I've had Horizon Canopy and mono white lists when you like activate Shalai with them or whatever. So didn't want to like fuck up something, but obviously there's nothing in this deck that you need the different colors of mana for. It's literally just like random like Pithing Needle fringe cases, which like don't actually matter ever. So like play 3 canopies if you want, because like Canopy's hot. Art is extremely good, but also if you can't afford Canopy, because Canopy is way more expensive than Silent Clearing and Sunbaked Canyon, you can just play those other two, because they're all the exact same card in this deck. Anyway, enough rambling. I want to play some Modern. Not Legacy, not today. Let us play a Modern League. I did sign up with Squawks, right? Yeah, pretty sure. I want to jam more Eldrazi Blade too, but if this deck is sweet, I know K-Ponce has been having some really good results with it. If this deck is sweet, I might pull this out for the Modern 10K. But I've been really happy with the Black White Eldrazi Blade list that I've been messing with. But obviously, always love to go back to Aether Vial Thalia decks. Alright, we are on the draw. My opponent mulligans to 6. And this hand feels like it doesn't do anything until turn 3. Because it doesn't. We have a lot of hits, right? Yeah, we have a lot of turn 2 plays and turn 1 plays. We have, what, 9 turn 1 plays and 12 turn 2 plays? Yeah. And just, also, we just have an equipment in the hand. This force isn't doing a lot. Be much happier with the 6. Yeah. And we have Giver into Thalia, Squadron Ox. What am I putting back to the bottom? This Flicker Wisp, I guess. We're Landlight, and we don't have a Vial, so Flicker Wisp gets weaker in both scenarios. Opponent kept 6. Ooh, Burn. It's a good, it's a decent anti-burn hand. We want a Stoneforge Mystic. I almost want to path this, but probably not. This Mutavault was also a good pickup because our only other land was a Canopy, which definitely not free in the burn matchup. What's up, Walled Gardens? Searing my Giver. Only fitting that I took your Legacy deck into Modern. I mean, it's just, I'm in for Squadron Ox. I needed to play this list eventually. Only the 1 damage, just like Eidolon. That tracks. It sucks that we can hold up 2 paths, but one of them burns us for 1. Plays very much like Legacy as well. Yeah, it's like almost an identical, like, a the land, or the non-lands are almost identical, right? Like the 3-drops are obviously different, but the 3-drops are always the least important part of Squawks as well. I almost just want to play Thalia here. Like, Thalia backed up with Giver, my opponent has 3 cards in hand. Like, we can brick wall them pretty bad. Like, if they attack into me with just the Mentor, or just the Swift Spear, we block the Swift Spear. If they cast a spell, bolt like my face, we per the Thalia. They bolt the Giver, then they bolt the Giver, that's life. It bounces, we play a land, path the Eidolon. Yeah, the only problem with playing the Thalia here is that we're just like taking more damage off this Eidolon than we need to. I think the Thalia is okay here. Yeah, they can't attack very profitably, that's for sure. Yeah, I guess if we path the Eidolon, then we're just like taking more damage from the Swift Spear. Unless we pass them both. The other play would have probably been to play Canopy, path the Eidolon, path the Swift Spear, right? Alright. Bolting the Giver of Runes, so we'll just per the Thalia here. And they can't really attack. Unless they want to toss their Eidolon into a void. Yeah. Ooh, there's another land. It does not produce colored mana. I guess we couldn't path plus Squawk anyway. We can hold up Mutavault as a blocker and path though, right, actually? Because we could animate the Mutavault. We just have to make sure to animate the non-summoning stick one, because then we could like tap it for mana and still cast Path to Exile. So we're probably casting Path on this Eidolon so we stop taking damage here. Aishnine, thanks for the 11-month resub. Yeah, our cat loves to be in the sink. These say, right? One of these will say. Oh no, do they not say? Do I have to right click them? Okay, they do. Okay, right click says. That one's newly controlled. That one's not. Now we can just pass the turn here. There's a feature. I think you can turn something on options that tells you like when you're like lands or summoning sick or whatever. Like you can check that easier, but it doesn't come up a lot for me. Bolt the Thalia. This is fine. If they want to attack, we can actually just trade the Mutavault the Eidolon. Just attack with the Swift Spear, huh? I don't really want to chump block with a Mutavault. It's probably not worth the 2 life. We're going to 14 and then 12 here. If we path the Swift Spear now, it's the same effect, right? So we just let this happen. Suspend Riftbolt or something? Skewer me. Taking a lot of damage off their Eidolon here. But we're also at 9. They have 1 card in hand. Let's path this Eidolon. Love the D&T content before Atlanta. I have not been streaming like a lot of Legacy Taxes at all. But pre-Atlanta. It's really funny. Just because this didn't line up in terms of like what I wanted to be doing. I was playing a ton of Legacy when like nothing was happening. And there's like Syracuse and Atlanta coming up. Just like not playing any. There's a lot of Path to Exiles. So we're at 9, which is already the flashpoint. I really don't want to take damage, but I also really want to kill them. Definitely casting a Squadron Hawk. But then we're probably going to 8. I'm a little concerned about our clock here. So we're just like, what, 3 burn spells from dead? Second Squawk seems bad. Could also just chump block, right? And not take the damage off the canopy and just like cycle the canopy? That seems poor. But whatever I'm doing, I'm not doing it this turn, so. Might have Path and correct canopy. I mean, the thing is that like 9 versus 8 isn't a big life total jump in this matchup, right? They would need 2 Boros Charms for that to matter. So I'm not that upset with getting pinged once off this canopy. Yeah, the difference is even less now that it's 5 versus 6. Now there's like actual no difference. Oh, jeez. Alright, well. Suddenly this is very bad and we might just be dead. Well, let's go to 2 and hope they never draw a burn spell for 3 turns as I slowly kill them. Oh, that's not good. They get 2 draws at just like lethaling me. So if we attack for 1, put them to 10. We play Squawk Thalia, go to 1 life. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't even have lethal if we draw a non-paying land. Man, this sucks. We can't draw like Force either because we won't be able to cast it. If we just animate both the Mutavaults, we still don't have lethal because that's only 5 and 5 over 2 turns. Yeah, I think we're just like really dead short of my opponent like bricking super, super hard. So yeah, I think we can just go to 1. Are we not dead yet? Because my opponent is 0. We're not dead yet because I'm sitting here thinking about how we don't die, and I think the only answer is my opponent like top 4 cards are all creatures and lands. think I'm just going to 1. 1 versus 2 is still, like, the same. Oh, yeah, we were for sure tapping this canopy. We're going to 1 here. Opponent doesn't have shit. They don't have it. They don't have it. Nope, they don't have it. They don't have it. Stop having it. Dang. Alright. Burnt and Forged Tender seems good. Extra removal. That's probably about it. And what sucks in this matchup? Light and shit. All the equipment are great, obviously. The slow cards suck, right? Walking Ballista is a little bit clunky, but it does burn the Carbon Life. Oh yeah, shoot. I forgot to update that. Thank you. Try it now. Refresh, and I think it might be good. Alright, what sucks here? Not super interested in Walking Ballista. It's just really slow to get online. It's a 2-mana 1/1, so it doesn't even, like, profitably go in front of anything. Flickwisp I'm not super interested in. Ranger Captain's pretty decent. I want Forces for a quick clock. Yeah, I guess I'm not super into these Flicker Wisps in this matchup. This is like just not a matchup where you just want to get value. It's a matchup where you just want to kill them as fast as possible. Flicker is good at like protecting your stuff from like searing effects and such, but it's just so slow to do that. Turn 4 with your Aether Vial starts. We got one more cut. Raven Inspector, maybe? Ranger Captain is just exclusively getting Giver of Runes and being a 3/3. So probably good enough. I think the things we're leaning on here, we're like heavily leaning on our equipment package. Oh, actually, Ranger Captain gets burned, unfortunately. That's great. Yeah, never mind. We can probably cut the Raven. We're just like never tutoring it. When we have 2 Forge Tenders in our deck. This looks fine. I'd love to play first. I would not love to keep this hand. Love to keep this hand with like a single land, but not with 0. Alright. Ship the Batter Skull. We got Giver into Stoneforge on the play, which is just obscene. Keep the Batter Skull and just tutor it up again. Oh, I was expecting to play Legacy this weekend. Let's play Squawks. Hey, you're right. I didn't know there was a Legacy PTQ this weekend, so I was like, oh shit, maybe I should prepare for that. But also, Modern. Hey, this could be a Legacy hand. Oh wait, hang on. We have Mutavault. Not quite. I almost want to like keep the Batter Skull and ship the Mutavault, and just like tutor up Sword of Light and Shadow or something with the Stoneforge Mystic, so I just have more equipment in case they have like a Shatter for the first one. Is that too greedy? Ship the second Giver, maybe? No. I should probably ship the Batter Skull. If they just like turn 1 bolt this Giver, am I supposed to play my second Giver instead of Stoneforge? Guess I don't have to answer that question. Path to Exile on top. I kind of want to path this Goblin guy. No, we need to get Stoneforge. We just get Stoneforge online and crush my opponent into the dirt here. If they don't have like exactly smash to smithereens. Force of Virtue on top. That's neat. Would really like to have a third land to not punish me for shipping the third land. My opponent has like 2 lightning bolts were in trouble because they like Bolt the Giver. Oh no, because they didn't play land, so they Bolt the Giver and for the Stoneforge would be fine. We are not going to block for obvious reasons. If we untap the Stoneforge, our odds of winning this game go up tremendously. They could like post-combat play a land, Bolt the Giver, Bolt the Stoneforge or something. Or like Skewer the Giver, Bolt the Stoneforge, something like that. Then we might be in trouble because we're drawing garbage, and we have garbage in our hand. Yeah, they do bring in smashes, but if they don't have them, I think we just win on the spot. And smashes was one of the reasons why I wanted to actually like keep the Batter Skull and tutor up another equipment. So if they smash the Batter Skull, we have actually a chance of doing something, but we're also not hitting any land drops. So, getting a little bit punished for my potential greed there. If they smash my Batter Skull, we do get to, what were they on a one-lander? Why do so many burn players keep one-landers against the Thalia decks? I'll never understand it. It never feels like it's correct. Draw Force of Virtue, say go. Also means if they don't hit their land drop next turn, we just win, even if they do have a smash, because we just get to gain a bunch of life. Doesn't feel correct until they beat you anyway. Yeah. Sometimes you do just, like, lose, because you don't have a Thalia, and they can, like, just cast a bunch of spells. What is this? Upkeep, bolt my... Okay. You got it, I guess. Gotta play around that double gut shot. That doesn't actually play around double gut shot. Sounds like something Mom is better. Well, I'll pass the turn. What do you got for me, opponent? Not a land. Don't play a land, and I'll be happy. Ambitious. They have like a Path to Exile, maybe? Oh, I guess they don't know if I have Batter Skull, do they? Because we tutored the Sword of Light and Shadow. Yeah, they have Path. So in what world would I have tutored Light and Shadow there? But if I didn't have Batter Skull. So this is fine. Maybe I actually should have like blocked with the Stoneforge. No, because we have Sword of Light and Shadow. This gives us 4 lands. Gets us very close to Light and Shadowing. We're at 14. Yeah, this is fine. I wonder if you actually do want Wisp in this matchup because you get to like reset your Batter Skulls. Does that matter? Probably not. Probably gonna play Giver, leave up Stoneforge activation, and a Path to Exile. I guess because I had Force, I could have just blocked the Goblin Guide and Force of Virtue, right? Just like not taking 2 damage. That was probably the play. Just pitch, like block with Stoneforge Mystic, pitch the Path to Exile. Just because if they're attacking there, like if they don't have an answer for Batter Skull, we just win regardless. We don't need to gain the 8 life of blocking than attacking. And if they do have the Path to Exile, we just like get to eat this Goblin Guide anyway. Not a land. I want a 5th land, but I mean, this Light and Shadow is pretty good still. Yeah, we're just blocking. They know I have this force too. Yeah, definitely should have done this last turn. Yeah, one land, opponent. What do you got? Float a red, concede. Solid lines. Alright. Is Wisp better? No, Ranger Captain's like if you have a Vial on turn 1, you could like cast a Ranger Captain on turn 3 plus like the ability to I guess you couldn't Vial in the Fortunate unless you were specifically planning that and you like left the Vial on 1. But like there are probably cases where that's relevant, but I was thinking if Flicker Wisp was a card that I wanted, and if I wanted to like shave down on Ranger Captains or something, for the instance of like Flicker Wisp being Batterskull, to get the germ back. I wonder if this is a case like Modern or like Legacy where like Fire Knight just isn't good enough because your other equipment you're always gonna tutor Batterskull or Lightning Shadow first because you really just want to be gaining life more than you want like pro their deck plus shocks. I can buy that. These cards seem solid. Especially on the draw, though. Ranger Captain is probably pretty relevant. Just blocks a lot better. Alright. Good hand. Let's go. What does a good hand even look like? Like, a removal spell into... Not this. Removal spell into, like, Stoneforge Mystic. Something like that. Into another Stoneforge Mystic after they kill the first one. No, this hand sucks. Notably, this would be a Sword of Fire and Ice, which would make this hand somehow worse. Yeah, this hand already wasn't keepable. Hate this, but it's keepable. What am I putting back with this hand, though? I guess the Force of Virtue? The difference between 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 toughness isn't huge. I guess the Force of Virtue lets the giver, like, block Goblin Guides, though, which is, oh god, pretty big. Hello, kitty. What am I putting back? All these cards are so good. It might be the Force of Virtue. We referred Force of Virtue over on up here. I have not played this list in Modern before, but I would have to say probably based on my experience in Legacy. I'd say roll a dice, but no, you're looking to put back the planes. This is certainly a keep. I think it's the Force of Virtue. Because we're probably going to go Vial into, like, Path Their Thing, plus, like, Giver of Runes and stuff. We really want all of our creatures. Hello, kitty. What is this Wooden Foothills? Wooded Foothills. Some sort of MTGO promo? Huh. Hey, Fortuner's nuts. That's a very good draw. Oh, we just want another land. Then we'll be okay. They didn't have a 1-drop creature. Probably kept a very, like, interaction-heavy hand. Yeah, well, there's an Eidolon. Hey, a land, look at that. Pretty solid. Do I even want to cast a spell, though? We have Fortuner that just, like, blocks this Eidolon. Although, why haven't I seen that Woodfoot? I don't know. Yeah, I've never seen it before. We can, like, just cast Stoneforge here. But then, no, then we can't path it. Then we take damage into this Eidolon. Is that something we want to do, or do we just want to, like, path, Giver, Forge Tender or something? Untap and then have Stoneforge plus Thalia? We could also play Thalia and Forge Tender, right? Try to, like, tax them out. Thalia blocks the Eidolon? It's not unreasonable. Am I supposed to put in the Forge Tender at instant or sorcery speed? Probably instant. To, like, after they try to burn it, just surprise get them. Yeah, I think I like playing with Thalia here. If they do like lightning bolt Thalia or whatever, we just Forge Tender it. Then they don't attack, then we untap, and then what do we do? I guess we have Path the Eidolon plus Violent Stoneforge or something. Eidolon into their Eidolon, huh? Ambitious when I have an Aether Vial in play, and a Thalia. That's very fine. I think we definitely want Forge Tender. Take this vial up. So many Stone Forges. So they can only cast 4 spells and you just cast Infinite through the vial. Yeah, pretty much. I'm just gonna pass the turn here. We're pretty well set up, I would say. Also, they didn't have a third land, which just makes like this Thalia so much more backbreaking for them. Eidolon to Eidolon, a little bit ambitious versus the Thalia Aether Vial board state. Because like these things aren't attacking. And they're going to take 4 casting any of their spells. We do have the Path to Exile just in case something goes horribly wrong. Please be like another Eidolon. I don't know, this is a 2-drop maybe. 2-drop non-creature spell. I hope it's a searing effect and we just get them. Yeah, nice searing blaze. This prevents all damage. Prevent all damage a red source of your choice will deal this turn. So you go to 10. Yeah, let's prevent all the damage. And now we just get the Stoneforge Mystic, which is just guaranteed, because they're tapped out. And we untap and get the other Stoneforge Mystic. And have this Batter Skull. I almost want to attack with this Thalia. Probably not. They double block. We can just leave these Eidolons in play. They just like can't win. They have so much mana. Yeah, the second Eidolon was certainly a choice. Oh yes, please. Please. Now they can't cast on it. Yeah, now they can't cast a Smash to Smithereens. Or anything. They're holding a path then, right? They're gonna path my Drum Token. They're also just going to 4 here. Yeah, I guess that resolves. Wait, no, they can't cast Path. They can't cast anything. They're just, like, super dead. They're at 4 and only have a Sunbaked Canyon. Yeah, that resolves, opponent. You got it. Opponent likes living on the edge. Certainly. Attack with 1, huh? That seems somehow worse than attacking with 2. I will elect to... Oh god, cat white. Will elect to gain my 4 life. Then they can cast their path and go to 1. Oh no, they've skewered my Batterskull and gone to 1 life. Whatever will I do? That worked out. You should have taken it. I mean, I guess I could have, but then I just attack, and then they just block the Batterskull, right? It's like not that much different. I think all roads led to Rome at that point. Hate Cranker, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. Thanks for the 2 months. Is there a world where taking it is better? I guess taking it is better, right? Because then we can actually untap and path the untapped one. Oh no, then they can still cast like a Path to Exile. It plays around them bolting it, which is what they ended up doing. But if they have Path, I don't get to gain my life, right? If I just try to like lethal them. If they have Path, do I just win? I path that. They still have an Eidolon. They go to 1. Yeah, okay, they're tapped out. Yeah, they just are. I mean, I think they were just super dead regardless there. I don't think there was a world that they could have won. Alright. Win the die roll. You just pretend they don't have Path and you win on the spot. I mean, I think even if they do have Path, we win on the spot, right? Like, but, like, even if I block or no block, I think they are just stone dead next turn. I think that's pretty solid. We have the Squawk Force combo. And we have a Vial. You can go Ranger Captaining. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in every single iteration of that final turn, they die. I guess if they didn't attack with either Eidolon, we maybe don't die. Or they maybe don't die that turn. Burn again? Are there other Sunbaked Canyon decks in this format? Besides, I guess, technically us. Fuck! I knew it! I knew it was gonna happen! It always happens every time you fucking register Squadron Hawk. You're like, oh, I'm gonna cast this turn 2 Squadron Hawk, and you always fucking draw the second one. Fuck. You should get better. Oh, this is not, in fact, burn. Is this the mirror? Or maybe not the mirror, but like the D&T mirror. You don't want to draw the second Squadron Hawk to only run one. That's some big brain plays. Do I want to force here? What are we playing against? If it's the mirror, it's a mirror that kept 7 and then didn't do anything on turns 1 or 2 of the game. Which seems like a really bad hand. Just what other decks exist that Sunbaked Canyon into Plains could be, and like, do I want to force a Virtue against any of those decks? I don't think I do. Also, what am I Ranger Captaining for? Maybe Red White Prison? God, I don't even know what that deck would even have. Alright, well, we can't get the Ballista anymore. So we're, I guess, Ranger Captaining for like a Giver or an Inspector, but we're pretty stocked on dudes, so yeah, Giver is probably the choice. Caw. I wonder if there was merit to, like, leaving my, it's like a lightning helix? Wait, what? Hold on a minute. Is this burn? Hang on. Excuse me, opponent. There's actually, I was thinking, before this happened, Burn to Blade Plains, I've seen it. I don't respect it, but I've seen it. But anyway, I was trying to say, do we leave our Vial on 1 here because, like, putting a Giver in play is probably better than putting a Squawk in play? Was what I was trying to say before I got so rudely Boros Charmed on instep. Screenshot for Moxel. Don't send it to him unless it's actually burn here. Until they cast, like, a Lava Spike or an Eidolon. It could be, like, not burn. Also, a Boros Charm to the face deck, I really feel like it means that we just want to start squawking it up. Alright, yeah, it's definitely burned. They're just lightning bolting me now. Wow, really just unloading the whole tank. We have 8 here. Yeah, we'll have lethal set it for next turn, unless they have, like... Hey, another Force of Virtue. It's not bad. Probably means I'm playing the Ballista here, not the Giver. Just so I can make another Force. Punch. Yeah, I don't think any combination... Wait, what? Is this Zoo? Okay, that makes more sense. Zoo that's just very heavy on lightning bolts. What's up, Elaine? Alright. You can put Moxel's Heart at ease. They are not on burn. They're just on Zoo that has a burn heavy draw. Yeah. Zoo with, like, what hand did they... I don't understand anything that's happening, though. We haven't seen any creatures, that's true. But, like, basic forest. Do we have lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we probably don't need to play this force. Do we have lethal if they, like, kill one of my things? If they kill my biggest thing, do we have lethal with this force? 3, 6, 9. Yes, alright, we'll force. This is when they settle the wreckage. Tribal Flames burn. Yeah, the 2 Canopy lands in your Tribal Flames deck. I have so many questions about what my opponent is doing. And maybe we'll get answers this next game. I think Forge Tender is still good. Like, they had a lot of lightning bolts. I imagine there were some, like, wild Nakados in there. But... God, I just don't even know. I don't know what our opponent is up to. I'm so perplexed. Yeah, Burn of Fortune has to be good. The only, like, my opponent casts Boros Charm, Lightning Helix, Lightning Bolt. Like, at worst case, it's probably just, like, a one-time Mom effect. And at best case, they have, like, Goblin Guides and Eidolon still that you can just, like, block the red creatures. And then cash it in on, like, a Searing Effect or a Boros Charm or something. I think we're just going to sideboard the same way we did last time. There's a chance sort of Fire and Ice is better if they're, like, on a creature, a more creature-heavy version. Maybe we just do what we did last time like this. Seems fine for now. I guess we'll play a game and do some investigating as to what my opponent is up to. This hand's solid. They do have fetches, as it turns out. Goblin Guide. Curd Ape. Sure. Okay. Yep. That tracks at this point. They're just on, like, very... I don't even know what to call this deck. Like, it's a very burn-heavy Zulus, but also, like prowess creatures, so I don't even know. A Mutavault, that's better than Field Run. Yeah, they kept a really loose hand last game. It was just, like, a bunch of lands and bird spells, and, like, if you're drawing a bunch of creatures in late game, those hands get a lot worse for you. Mutavault at least, like, can try to do some blocking here. I mean, obviously not this turn. I'm going to play this Thalia, and it's going to fucking die a horrible death, but... Goodbye, Thalia. I knew thee well. It's a lot of damage. Probably not chump blocking with the Giver here. Just force them to use another removal spell on it. And it might be able to protect my Mutavault to be able to, like, chump block a Wild Nacatl or something. Or not chump block, but just regular block a Wild Nacatl. Not in a good spot, though. Definitely want to find some removal spells. Or like a Stoneforge Mystic. Stoneforge Mystic would be a really good draw. Plains, not so much. Are you playing Soul Scar Major? Yeah, that's my confusion. They're playing basic forest, basic plains in their Soul Scar Mage deck, or they're playing Wild Nacatl and basic forest and basic plains in their burn deck. Both of which confuse me. Yeah, more lands, not what the doctor ordered. We can't even field them off of, like, Wild Nacatl value, because we know they have the basic plains to go get. We're not cycling this Canyon because we're animating Mutavault. There's a chance we cycle this Canyon. It's not high, though. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to get pummeled pretty badly this game. Unless we have a timely Stoneforge draw. That'll teach you to put lands in your deck. What a fool I am. Alright, well. Give it the old college try. What am I blocking? I guess we're blocking the Nacatl, right? Because, like, there's no way they don't cast a spell here. And they're just gonna, like, kill the Giver Runes or something, or hit me in the face. This Nacatl just represents more damage. I don't think the ability to really, maybe if we get super lucky and none of the 4 cards in the hand trigger prowess, we get to, like, eat the Soul Scar Mage. That does not seem very worthwhile. And if they burn the Mutavault, whatever. We have, like, 9,000 lands. Yeah, sure. That's in your deck, I guess. Guess it combos with Soulscar Mage and Wild Nacatl. Wait, does this only work on your opponent's stuff? Yes. Yeah, at this point I'm kind of just done being surprised by my opponent, like, putting spells on the stack. Oh, yeah. That doesn't work out super well for you, opponent. I'll take it. Am I leaving this vial on 2 or 3? 2, right? We don't have that many 3-drops. Classic. I think we're just cycling the Sunbaked Canyon, trying to draw like a Stoneforge Mystic. Cycle it now, we could draw like Forge Tender. Giver. It's probably dead. Force is pretty good against Pyroclasm, that's true. Do I block here? Blocking represent... No, because if they have a bolt in hand, that represents them dealing me 3, right? Versus if they bolt the Giver, I only take 2. If they have a... I guess if they have a Searing Blaze, they just would have casted it, right? So it doesn't matter. Is there a world where like blocking this thing is relevant? Another Pyroclasm. Pyroclasm's another thing that they would have just cast before combat. Yeah, I think I just take this. Force them to use a burn spell on the Giver if they want to. Eidolon. Come on, Stoneforge Mystic. On Thin Ice. Not the worst draw in the world. God, we can almost snipe this Sunbaked Canyon with the Field of Ruin. Certainly interesting. Should have like on Thin Ice this Eidolon though. Go to 7. Eidolon's the one card they played this game that makes sense. Yeah, I have been very perplexed by my opponent's decisions in deck building. But like also Eidolon in the basic Plains basic Forest deck, so be that what it will. Crack that. Sunbaked can't. Nope. Alright. Did I block this yet? 7 is a lot different than 6. Notably. Calling their bluff. It's not a bluff, they definitely have something. But what is it? Boros Charm in my face? Yeah. Well, it's not a card that can hit the Giver, so... Oh, they're just killing me. Solid. That's also a line, I suppose. Alright, let's play game 3, I guess. I think all my cards are still fine. I like the sort of Fire and Ice more. My opponent's playing a really weird game with creatures and Pyroclasms. Yeah, I think this is probably just fine to submit. I like vaguely want Flickerwurst, but Flickerwurst is bad against Pyroclasm. Only really good with Aether Vial. I'm just so perplexed by like everything my opponent is doing. Like they have so many creatures, right? What's up? How's it going? Exodus of the Prowess Supplier is my idea of a combo. Well, yeah, they attacked with their Wild Nacatl plus the Soulscar Mage, and then like I blocked a Wild Nacatl, and they cast Pyroclasm, their Wild Nacatl died. Our deck looks especially playable. Hey, I top aided a legacy challenge with basically all of these non-land cards. So it's obviously super playable. If you want to see a playable deck, you should see our opponent's list. It is certainly a sight to behold. It's definitely a keep. That does sound like less of a combo. Yeah, notably the missing lands from the legacy version. A little bit unfortunate. I'm just gonna cast my Thalia on turn 2 and then like draw 2 Squadron Hawks in the interim. Is there a world where I just path this Wild Nacatl? Okay, step 1, there's no world in which they don't make a 3/3 Nacatl, so I'm not going to be able to Squadron Hawk force block it. And we can't Thalia force block it because the Thalia turns off the force. Probably a world where I path this, but... Yes, either way is a sweet card. Hang on, I'm probably supposed to Violent Hawk in my upkeep here. So I don't fucking draw another Squadron Hawk. Wow, Nacatl was banned once, that is a fact. So was Stoneforge Mystic. We're both. This is a banned card matchup. Wild Nacatl versus Stoneforge Mystic, banned modern dual deck. I think like lightning bolt this Thalia. Nope, just attack me. You got it, boss. Another Wild Nacatl, that's scary. Apprentice dual deck Splinter Twin versus Birthing Pod. Yeah, Wild Nacatl was banned like before, like during Modern's inception, right? It didn't get banned during Modern, right? It was banned out of like Extended or whatever, I think. Oh, it did get banned? Wow, alright. Well, I don't know. Alright, so yeah, I gotta put in this Squadron Hawk right now. And I'm probably just playing Impasse Eternal like a path. Then we're gonna get Pyroclasmed. Don't want to tap the Sunbaked Canyon, so we're going to put that off if we can afford to. This Force Verge is going to be good if my opponent does not have Pyroclasm. Let's just eat a Wild Nacatl here. Constructed Staple Bant Charm. Oh no, we're going to get Pyroclasmed. Oh, just Searing Blaze. Alright, well. It's kind of shitty. Because we can't, like, eat these Wild Nacatls now. We can't eat this either. I wonder if we chump. We probably chump block here, because we can, like, make a bunch of Hawks next to him, like, make 2 Hawks next turn. This is resolved. We're not doing anything about that. This is all fine. I can even Field Ruin the Sunbaked Canyon if I wanted. I probably will. So they don't get extra draw down the road. Punching me for a lot here. So we're going to path one of these, take 5, go to 9, or path one of these, chump block, take 2, go to 12. Untap 4 lands, Violon 2. Well, I'm going to probably Force Hawk here. I guess I don't need to Force Hawk here, actually. If I'm just chump blocking. Just save the combat trick. Untap, cast a Squadron Hawk, pass the turn with Squadron Hawk plus force up. We'll have 2/2/2s versus a 3/3 and a 1/2. Not having another Squawk in play feels like a pun. My Path to Exile costs 2 mana, so could have like played around my Thalia dying, but like casting another Squawk is really bad into like Pyroclasm. Currently, with the Thalian play, all my mana was used up in like Path Forcing this turn, so I think I'm supposed to jump block here. Oh, wait, hang on. I want to field ruin them, right? Imagine playing around Pyroclasm from 2. I guess I was supposed to block first, right? Because they could like kill my Squadron Hawk in some capacity. Oh, no, it's just a plains. Wow, the disrespect with this mountain. Now we just untap, leave the Vial on 2. Now we get to play Giver plus Squadron Hawk. And then get Pyroclasmed. It's the only non-default basic he's played so far. Really perplexed by my opponent's deck in so many ways. I'm very scared. My opponent's 4 mana, 4 cards in hand. We're at 12 and like significantly losing on board. I'm not super happy with the current state of things. Sorry, I've been around to drop the IQ channel. Oh, nice. Good to hear, Hondo. Path to Exile my Giver. Alright. You got it, boss. Giver down. Searing Blaze my Squadron Hawk. You got it, boss. Do we have to chump block again? Jesus, we're going so fucking low. Oh shit, that was only 1 damage. It wasn't it wasn't landfall. I could have saved it. I'm so bad. Would have been a 1/1 because it actually gets the -1/-1 counter. But I still could have like double blocked in a coddle. Yeah, with that horrible play, we definitely need to just chump block here. Rather than go to 5. We just want to... I guess we could, like, top deck an equipment and be okay. Like, top deck sort of Fire and Ice or something. Leave this file on 2. Cycle... Play Vial, hardcast Force, we can just hardcast the Force. None of that matters. Probably pretty priced into just hoping my opponent has nothing in their 3-card hand and trying to eat the Soulscar Mage. I don't like that. Tap Mountain, untap Mountain. Attack you. These Squadron Hawks have gained a lot of life, but gaining life not super good. Alright, we're dead to Lightning Bolt. Trying to elixir of immortality recycled. I mean, we could just run Mistveil Plains for that, right? Please don't kill me, opponent. Don't do it. Lightning Bolt does not exist. This is 3 or less. Alright, we can draw nothing. He didn't 1 for 4 him to kill my Squadron Hawks, right? We cast all. We like just chump blocked with like 2 of them, if I recall. I guess one got. Well, one got Searing Blazed, so I guess kind of. Yeah, that did not work out very well. Oh wow, that was fast. I wanted to lament about that horrible deck some more. What on earth was happening with that list? This hand is a little bit awkward with these wisps, but not passing up Giver into Thalia hands. We're on the draw, though. Red Mage Walking. God, I hope this isn't just the 3rd burn player in a row. Play a Goblin Guide. I'm going to be very cross, thank God. I was half expecting a Goblin Guide anyway. Steam Vents Goblin Guide. I mean, we played against Forest Plains Idol on the Grey Revel. I was ready for Steam Vents Goblin Guide. Just like Storm them? It's like the most likely 2019. I guess in post-ban 2019. Yes, burn is very good from what I've heard. Yeah, our opponent's deck did not seem very well constructed last round. Well, we got about as good of a hand as we can get versus Storm, which is having a Thalia. I guess we could find a land for End of Ranger, but... Neobrand? What? Would Neobrand play Steam? I don't think Neobrand plays those. Yeah, Thalia will negate this Electromancer, and unfortunately, I cannot play multiple Thalias. My opponent can cast any of their Electromancers. Because they don't have the Brawl in play. But at least it prevents me from probably dying this turn. Especially with Giver in play. Keeps our head above water at the very least. We just need to find like lands and Ranger Captain are like our only other relevant cards in this matchup. Pre-board. Or post-board. Do we even have sideboard cards for the Storm matchup? I guess Rest in Peace. Forge Tender. Onton Ice. Mind Sensor? Probably not. I guess maybe Mind Sensor is actually relevant. We don't play Arbiter anymore, so... They're probably leaving in more gifts and shit. Ah, fuck. They don't have a land drop, which is, I guess, both a blessing and a curse. Alright. Too bad this force only pitches on my opponent's turn. Otherwise, we could like try to attack and get the Brawl blowout. Like, I've done that before in Eldrazi taxes with a Orzhov Pontiff. I attacked into a Brawl and they blocked, and I felt in Pontiff and just like demolished them. The second play is negate the second cost reducer. Big brain plays. We're just gonna give her plus force probably here. Probably pitching the other Thalia, because my Thalia is just like never leaving the board. I don't think I want to use Giver plus Lally to like aggressively get in 2 damage. When that line is pretty bad to like them having their random repeal or whatever that they play in the main. D. Lewis, thanks for the Twitch Prime sub. I get Twitch Prime want to give it to you, then never seem to catch you online. Well, thanks for stopping by today. Thanks for the support. Alright, my opponent figuring out how to kill me. Yes. Alright, it seems like we're dead. Opponent's got a lot of mana. Are we deterministically dead here? I'm pretty sure we are. But in paper, I would watch my opponent go through it, but in Moto, it just takes so much longer. So I was thinking about just conceding. We're not deterministically dead yet. They're gonna do like Pass the Flames, Pass the Flames, Rit, Manamorphose, right? How do we pile it? Yeah. If we put the save 2 mana here with 2 bear. I mean, it's technically 1 bear, right? Because we have the Thalia in play. You're dead. All right. I think Moxel knows what he's talking about. The least amount of mana we could give him would be like a ritual and the this is +2. Putting the Passive Flames into the bin is only +1, right? So give him the Morphos plus the Passive Flames. They have 2 mana. Morphos up to down to 1 up to 3. And then they can cast Passive Flames, but then they technically give him Morphos plus Pliff. Yeah, I just worked that out, but what do I click on? Click on a card to put it in their graveyard. Okay. If they have like no other rituals in their hand, they can't kill me. And then if they have any rituals, we just die. Oh well, I think that works too. Steam Vents is like a ritual, right? Yeah. I figured it out, but yeah, if they had any piece of mana in their hand, a land or a ritual, we were just dead. 16 to 20, we're winning. Yeah, alright, alright, we're good here. Alright, these seem solid. These seem solid. These seem solid. 3 recipes feels like a lot, but this deck has always felt like it's like the Modern Storm variant has always felt like it leans a lot heavier on Passive Flames, so like recipes is just way more relevant. There's also a lot of cards to bring in. I guess we have a lot of shitty cards though, right? Do we want to like think about Aria Flame, like leave in Wisp? So what sucks? Bliss. Yeah, Storm went through Rip. Yeah, exactly. It's like way more of like a thing that they have to like actively deal with than Legacy Storm, where Rip is a lot more of like a speed bump for Legacy Storm, where it's like actively like, oh god, we gotta go. We have to do different things to win here, especially because they can't empty you as badly because the Batter Skull. So Light and Shadow sucks. Inspector sucks. I think Ballista sucks. We have 2 Anthonize, 4 Paths, and sort of Fire and Ice to kill bears. And like Ballista doesn't kill a bear until 4 mana, and it doesn't kill Brawl until 6 mana. This is probably a matchup where we cut Squadron Hawks, right? Seems like the only realistic cut at this point. Ranger Captain's actually really good because they just like can't combo off into him on board. Did I miss Cat? She was here earlier. She's sitting there sleeping now. We got a minute. She's over there. Want to go 2 nuts on removal? Yeah. I think removal is important, especially when we're also a Thalia deck. But, Path is also definitely weaker than Anthenice, I think. They do have, like, they could, like, bounce the Anthenice, realistically, but I think I'm happy, like, cutting Squadron Hawks. But then I have to cut 2 more cards. Force of Virtues get worse with Squawks. They're good to, like, clock my opponent, but this looks fine. Path is definitely notably worse when we don't have Arbiters in our deck anymore. Am I supposed to keep... I guess this hand's keepable, I guess. Especially because post-board they're more likely to remove a Thalia. Then we have the second one. We have the Anthenice for their thing. Anthenice a little bit dicey because they do have any like bounce spells. Ooh, Stoneforge Mystic. It's a good draw. Probably Fire and Ice. Protect the Thalia and also like clean up Electromancers and deal them a bunch of damage real fast. If they play a bear here, are we just Anthenicing it? Red. Okay, Bolt. Well, we'll just play our other Thalia then. Yeah, Mind Sensor being mana efficient probably not worth here. Next turn we can like Stoneforge plus Anthenice if they have a bear. Yep. I should play the Mutable in case I wanted to attack with it next turn. Gonna bolt my Thalia here. Yep. They have 4 cards in hand. We have nothing going for us, but I think I'm... Yeah, I guess we're just gonna get Sword, and then we'll plan on Sword plus Mind Sensor next turn. Like, put in Sword plus Mind Sensor with 5 mana. I was thinking about Batterskull Skull just because it's, like, more efficient that way. But we can't, like... I guess we could cast and equip the Sword of the Stoneforge next turn if we wanted. Swords. If they, like, play another Electromancer, I'll probably just do that instead of Mind Sensoring, but... Please don't kill me. Alright, good start. Good start for me not dying. You would be wary of bounce spells. Bounce spell is like an instant speed Storm Bear. Like end of turn Echoing Truth my Anthenice or whatever. Or repeal it. Give Modern Goblins a go sometime. It was a lot of fun to play Legacy version. We did also we got our asses kicked by Modern Goblins. On like I think that was my very first Modern Stoneforge stream. We played Goblins in round 5 and just got walloped. Turns out that matchup also bad in Modern. Not surprised. Exactly, the Modern version, Legacy version minus the lands, just like what we're doing right now. Am I supposed to just sorcery speed my Mind Sensor next turn? Because like you don't get them with Mind Sensor, right? Unless, if they... it's tough, because I won't flash it on their instant, but if they just pass with 4 mana up, then I don't flash it on their instant, but then I'm forced to leave up 3 mana forever, but then if they do cast the thing, they just get, like, super got. This is a brawl. Oh, sure. Just cycling Morphos? Interesting. They're gonna like, get me? Do they have like a Lord here? Lord, they'd have 3 cards in hand for a Lord, though. This is like empty, and I regret getting sort of Fire Knights or something. Nope, nothing. Alright. Could also Field Ruin this Fiery Islet. But that does not seem really worth my time when I can develop my mana. Sorry. Develop my mana and stuff. They did top, and then they Morphosed, so they could draw their card. I guess maybe they were drawing into this land. That's why they were Morphosing. They wanted to hit land drops. I think I'm game for just leaving up Mind Sensor here, and then we'll put in the sword, untap, equip the sword attack, and then just like leave up Mind Sensor forever to counter gifts. So yeah, we'll just pass. One of the things I always hated most about Mind Sensor when it was like legacy playable back in 2013 is that it's just like so hard to not telegraph that you have a Mind Sensor in your hand. So sometimes it was just much better to proactively play it out. Opt. Nothing. That's it? I'm probably supposed to put in Mind Sensor here. They don't have gifts mana. They could like a ritual into a gifts here in response. I guess that would be actually pretty bad for me, right? They just like a ritual and a gift. All we have is a Mind Sensor and Stoneforge plus sword. I guess that's still pretty decent. They'd tap out too, so we get a connection. So I think we are censoring their mind. We also just like get in a better clock. We get to start animating this Mutavault and stuff. Running this out also makes it better if they have a creature removal spell. If they have like just a bolt, we have 2 creatures to equip to. If they have an Abrade, obviously they can just pop the sword or whatever, but or like a bounce spell, bounce the sword, but they've also already gone through 2 bolts. Are we going for it? No, it's blue. What are we casting here? Oh, okay, they are doing it. Sure. I think we're still okay here. I don't know what the pile looks like, but like Past Flame's obviously not good for us. Well, we've also turned off like their future gifts ungiven, because we'll have a Mind Sensor holding a sword. So they can't just like passive flames for like a bazillion gifts ungivens. I'm supposed to Field Ruin this Fiery Islet. We can do that instead of attacking with Mutavault. We have 1. Alright. don't know really what their choke point is. This feels like a weirdly like safe piff. They're missing a decent amount here unless they have a bear in hand. If I give them a Writ in the Past in Flames, they could go land, Writ, up to 5, 6 mana, Past in Flames, Writ, Manamorphose. Like, it's like not even enough, though, right? I think I just don't want them to draw more cards, right? It's probably not right to attack Mutable, actually, because we could top deck, like, Rest in Peace. So I think we give them the, like, I think we give them a Writ and the Piff. Because I just don't think I want them drawing more cards, since we have, like, a Hate Bear effect in play. So graveyard. I think that's how I want that to go. Hey, Rest in Peace. That's pretty good. Punch. I could Field of Ruin the Fiery Islet now and then play Rest in Peace, right? Seems okay. Just deny them more draws. Strong opponents always board all their gifts against me. Yeah, I think that was the case more when, like, Arbiter more existed, but, like, if... I guess they didn't know we were on the Squad version, though. I've always seen them go down on gifts in this matchup, though. But anyway, I guess we're supposed to Field of Ruin this fire. Oh, yeah, we have an Aven Mindcensor in play, too. So, we might just be able to Stone Rain them. Wow, literally never lucky in my whole life. Except for that time where we top decked Rest in Peace. Oop, they got the Aria. That's scary. What did I give them? Piff and a Ritual? Does record were 1-1? Yeah. One, two, three, four, five. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we can actually force plus Anthenice. Or force plus Mutable. Be burn loss to some really weird Naya Zoo list. Hey, we did it. Was that lethal? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that actually was lethal. Did not do that math. I think we're just running it back. I don't think Aria is something we want Disenchant for. I think you just have like Flicker Wisps and like general taxing effects is probably good enough. Yeah, I think everything else is whatever. We'll run it back here. Alright, 1 Disenchant. Yeah, I don't know. I like all the cards in the deck right now. I cut most of the bad cards at this point. Like, what am I trimming for a Disenchant? Like a Path, maybe. They're less all in on the bear plan. Maybe a Rip. I think Rip wins you more games than Disenchant will. The decks I've seen only have like 2 Arias max. I think we have like Flicker Wisps and like to a lesser extent stuff like Batterskull that can try to beat up Aria. I think I'm fine not boarding in my super contextual answer. Alright. Got give her into Thalia and removal spell. I will certainly keep. Thing in the ice. Seems like an aggressive board in against the Path to Exile deck. I've definitely been thinged before by Storm. It's never felt very good against like the Flicker Wisp Path to Exile deck, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Alright, got a lot of removal. Probably too much removal. Especially if they have like Echoing Truth. If we like exile 2 Storm Bears. Echoing Truth my own Thin Ices. Just get wrecked. Unless they're both brawls, then we're okay. Nothing. It's like one. Actually, there's not a 100% chance. There's probably a pretty low chance my Thalia dies this turn. Thalia could die next turn. They like kill the giver here and then untap and then oh, that works too. In that case, punch. Hope they don't just kill me. I only have 4 cards in hand. Yeah. Now we're gonna Anthonize into Thalia. They're single snow-covered plains. Thank God. Thank God we can actually cast these. 11 is like a little bit... Wow. Snap. I guess they know I'm playing the Thalia too. That was a fast concession. But yeah, this list has 11 snow-covered plains, I think, which is like a little bit low for my comfort level of trying to cast on thin ice. Whew. 11-4 field. Yeah, field means like turn 3 on thin ice, though, which is like a little bit slow in some of the matchups where you want to be casting your removal spells. Like humans, burn, storm. Storm on the draw, I guess, right? Sounds good. Uh-oh, Temple Garden decks. Can't beat those. Wait, alright, never mind. We have a chance. We can beat Temple Garden Aether Vial decks sometimes. What you got? What you got, opponent? Oh. Some Bant Spirits? This guy's pretty decent against Bant Spirits. Stoneforge, Squadronculus Force. Renoir 101, thanks for the follow. Appreciate the support. A second Aether Vial. Okay. Am I playing Squadronhawk or Stoneforge Mystic? So playing the Squadron, we have we would get 2 copies in our hand. Playing the Stoneforge, we'd go get Batter Skull. It looks like. Is Fire Dice good against Bant Spirits? They have like a decent number of blue spirits, but also they have like lords and stuff. We do have 2 paths, which is strong. Kind of just want to get Batter Skull or punch him in the face. Mismatched Files, Philistine. Hey, I'm not here to judge people for their moto art choices. I couldn't give 2 fucks about moto arts. I think I just want a Stoneforge for Batter Skull. We're pretty crunched on mana here. Guess I should have attacked first. Punch. Oh no, are we getting wrecked by something? No, it's just a give and wait. I'm confused now. I don't know what's happening anymore. Bant something. The one thing about not playing Squawk this turn is that like I want to run out of this force, but it's a little awkward because we don't really have any good cards to pitch. And I guess this resolves. If like Folly, we can't cast Force, but I don't even know if I don't think I want to be casting Force this turn. What is happening? Can anyone tell me what this deck is? It's gotta be some sort of like Soul Herder deck, right? But I don't think the normal Soul Herder decks play like Aether Vial or Giver of Runes. It's just the Hideaway guy, yeah. Is this a Soul Herder? Oh, it's just Flicker Wisp, sure. Draw some extra cards. Wombo combo. I don't know why I'm not F6'd. Am I attacking? No, not for any reasonable gain here. Really want to draw more lands, specifically White Sword. Wow, that was the worst draw in the deck. We can cast Force of Virtue now, though. Guess I'm just passing. Leave out the ability to path something if I really need to. By something I mean only this Giver of Runes. But I want to put in this Batter Skull. I guess I shouldn't F6, because if they have like another Giver, we're probably priced into pathing. Alright, sure. They only have 2 cards left in their hand. I'm not going to kill your Watcher of Tomorrow for you. I'm going to take this damage. Don't want them to draw a card if they can't trigger their own Watcher. This is target. It does. So I could technically prevent it by casting Path, but that's so bad. Because if I path the Watcher, Then in response, they can like give her to protect the Watcher, but then the Giver Pro Way would counter the Soul Herder's ability. I wonder what the green is even for in their deck at this point. And I really just need to get something going. Like, we're so choked on our mana that I can't afford to just like stall the Soul Herder. I guess we like path the Watcher, they use their Giver, then we untap and like try to path the Soul Herder. They only have one card in hand. Maybe that is actually the play. Ugh. So they target the Wisp. Let's come back immediately. Yeah, it's fine. You guys just path the Wisp, right? It's gonna be better than pathing the Watcher. Because if they let it resolve, then they don't get to draw their card. And if they pro white, the Soul Herd ability doesn't resolve. Then we untap and kill the Soul Herder and hopefully shut down their engine because they only have one card left in hand. Yeah, there's also the chance they let it resolve. Forcing this turn. There's no reason to. My next turn is going to be Batterskull. If we draw a white source, it's going to be Batterskull's Path. And we're not attacking into this board. So, yeah, we just untap here. There's a white source. Problem is now they get to like start Soul Herdering their Watcher. Don't really have a good answer for that. We can Ranger Captain for a Ballista, but Soul Herder's gonna get out of range that really quickly. So the White Eldrazi being the I think the Black White Eldrazi Blade list that I was playing was very powerful. It's the best list that I played so far, I think. Because if we find another land, we can just Ballista down the Watcher. I don't know, this thing gives protection from colorless. Oh. Interesting attacks. What do they have? I'll put in the Batterskull, and we have Force, so we can just, like, block. Have to have, like, a Flicker Wisp or something, right? What does this do? Oh, we never got creature success from either side. Sure. Yeah, Knight of Autumn was a card that was on my mind, but we still get to just eat this Soul Herder, right? Which I'm definitely down for. That's fine. Living Weapon. Oh, no, hang on. Don't let the Living Weapon trigger us all. We can get a 1/1 Germ out of this deal. Haha. Do I want to also kill their Watcher? Not really. How's it going? We're in game 1 against this Soul Herder deck. Does Soul Herder usually play Aether Vial? Pretty sure the answer was no, but I'm not familiar with these newfangled modern lists. Not seen Vial before. Yeah, my opponent's list seemed different from my knowledge. Yeah, I think this is the block. If they give her the Soul Herder, we just path it. Ephemerate. Huh. God, so now I have to figure out what to do here. We could path the Watcher, counter the Ephemerate, and then if they give her the Watcher, then they just lose their Soul Herder. If they give her the Soul Herder, they get to keep it, though, which is not good for us. Like, they could just let the path resolve. They get their card off the off of the Watcher, too, and then they could give her their Soul Herder to protect it. Guess not. Double blocking Herder was a pun. Oh, right, because it exiles. Oh, yeah. I was trying to figure out a way that double blocking Soul Herder was the choice, and I guess it was pretty obvious. I think I'm still supposed to path this Watcher. Counter their Ephemerate. Yeah, I was thinking about whether or not I wanted to double block Soul Herder. I think the answer was supposed to be yes, but I don't know all the cards that these decks play. Now they should just let this resolve. If they give her their Watcher, that's like really bad for them. They just like lose everything, right? 0% chance of them doing this. Yeah, we can safely have 6. Don't have value to blink anymore, at least, which is good for us. I mean, they're just gonna get a big dude and like, ooh, it's a lot of big dudes. That targets that. This targets. I don't even know. Yeah, so they just get the 1 trigger. Gain 4 life for making. Oh no, they're shattering my force. Rip. Yeah, it seems like we're dying pretty bad here. They can shatter my sword. Ranger Captain for a walking ballista that's just like way too slow. I think we're just pretty hosed by all these Soul Herders. Pay for this matchup. Yeah, I mean, like, most creature-based decks are going to be rough, especially for, like, mono-white taxes. You're just not going to have a very good time when your opponent's, like, playing creatures and not caring about your Thalia. We don't have, like, GT in this format to give you a better shot against the creature decks. We like, don't even have that much in the sideboard for this matchup, right? Like, we can't board an On Thin Ice against the Flicker Wisp Knight of Autumn deck. Especially the Flicker Wisp part. Yeah, like, none of these cards are good. Like, Revoker, I guess. We're getting super mauled to death. They have 1 card in hand. Can we just block this Soul Herd? I feel like the answer is no. Probably have to bring it on the dice anyway. It's so miserable, though. Like, if you get your land Flicker Wisped, after you play it on the dice, you just, like, fucking lose the game on the spot. I'll take the bait, I guess. Eternal Witness back the Ephemerate. Ephemerate the Knight of Autumn. They still trade here, right? Oh, wait, then they Ephemerate the Eternal? No, that doesn't do anything. Oh, right, they can just give her. Alright, yeah, I'm done with this game. We super dead. these cards suck. Alright, so Thalia's super out. I think the rest of the main deck is probably, like, good enough. So maybe we just have to toss an Anthonyce as filler. Even Mind Sensor probably doesn't do anything. Rest in Peace doesn't do anything. Disenchant does very little. Bring in Rip Rhythm. Does Rip do anything? Like, Rip turns off their, like, Eternal Witness, but how much graveyard synergy are they playing? It doesn't seem like that much. Like, they have so much shit that just, like, doesn't care about the graveyard. Just, like, exiles. Their ephemerates and stuff. God, I'm gonna bring this Anthonyce. We're gonna get blown out by me playing an Anthonyce. I'm just gonna, like, be very tilted. Yeah, seems okay. Yes, I would love to play first. Would not love to keep this hand. Alright, well, I'll keep this and ship the Canopy. Yeah. Got Vial and Stoneforge. Draw more land. Ranger Captain, Ballista, etc., etc. Ugh. Vial. Giver. Vial. That doesn't cast a Ranger Captain of Eos. What's the equipment of choice here? Is it Batter Skull or sort of Fire and Ice? It's got a lot of shit they put into play. They have Snow Covered, but they probably have that stupid Snake, right? Even in the Vial version, they specifically did have Snow Covered basics. They probably have that Snake. Fire and Ice doesn't seem terrible. A bad GTA impression. Wow, that was an aggressive keep. Click Field Ruins Hallowed Fountain. No, because we need to put in the sword. Guess we just pass them. We like cast the sword, attack for 1. Trying to think of a world that we get punished for that. Like worst case, they just have a giver to block again. We still untap, equip to the Stoneforge, and have like a removal spell. Get him. What's up, Dukes? How's it going? Like, if we had 2 white mana available, obviously we just don't attack there. We leave up the ability to path plus put in the equipment, but we have to activate the Stoneforge with our only white mana. How you doing, Modern? Modern's pretty sweet. I like Stoneforge Mystic a whole lot, as it turns out. What are we captaining for? Ballista, maybe? Ballista or Giver, probably, but we're pretty choked on white mana. Coiling Oracle, Revealing Coiling Oracle. That's what I call value. We can kill it though. They don't have like a path here or something. You could have an ephemerate too. Just get blink it for more value. Alright, well, we drew Giver, so we're probably just going to go to Ballista now. We can equip, attack, see what they do. And then Ranger Captain for Ballista, play Giver, etc. Reason not to cast the sword is that they're on lots of Force Negation. Yeah, I would be very shocked if they left in Force Negation. Also, I don't know if they can afford Force Negation in like a Vial version. How many blue spells are you on at that point? Giver of Runes, Aether Vial, Eternal Witness, Night of Autumn. I have to imagine there's an Ephemerate in my future, right? I'm thinking about just going face with this shock because of Ephemerate. We could also just leave up this path and not play the Giver. The Ephemerate, we can at least path it to get rid of the Ephemerates. But also we can just shock their face and do that. Like, they're probably going to cast it on end step if something happens. Yeah, I'm going to their face. We're going to the dome. And we'll just pass in the turn. I don't think I need this Giver. Yeah. They get the land here. Just not ideal. They could like Oracle, Violent Soul Herder, get some more value or something. But they are just like dying to this sort of Fire and Ice. They could have like Night of Autumn. They have that on their Vial again here. That wouldn't be great. But still, we have like Ranger Captain for Ballista here, which isn't bad against like the Army of 1/1's deck. But a Flicker Wisp would be real good. What do you got over there, opponent? 7 cards in hand. Yeah, playing Engineer on Snake does seem pretty hot. What's Soul Herder? Is it a spirit or like an avatar or something? This is an Oracle, I assume. Yep. Draw a Flicker Wisp. Good card to know about. Especially with this on thin ice. Oh yeah, we saw the Wisp game 1 too, yeah. There's like a lot of non-blue cards. Ephemerate, Wisp, Vial. Random flex cards. Don't think that this iteration is playing Force of Negation. Make a Ranger Captain. Ranger Captain goes and grabs Walking Ballista. Maybe we draw 4th land to play like a 2/2 Ballista. Flicker at the sword right now. Oh, Night of Autumn. I'm gonna blow it up. Sure. Blow up the Vial. Aggressive. don't even have any 3s to put in anymore. I also could just kill this Knight of Autumn, right? I'm gonna play a 2/2 Ballista even? Man, we have a lot of shit we can do here. I think I'm just attacking with both. They'll chump block here. Take 3. We play 2/2 Ballista, say go. They have a Flicker Wisp that can kill the Ballista, but then it kills the Wisp and like the Oracle, and then they don't have that much mana. They like double block the Ranger Captain if they're like crazy. Take 5, let me draw another card. Yeah. That block checks out. Do I just kill this Coil and Oracle right now? They have 6 cards in hand. Yeah, I'm pretty interested in just killing this right now. I guess if that was the case, I would probably should have just played pre-combat and killed it. I wonder if I was actually supposed to play pre-combat and kill the... Yeah, that was wrong. I should have played it pre-combat. If I was gonna pick off the Coiling Oracle, I should have just played it pre-combat, killed the Knight of Autumn, and then I just get a Stoneforge trigger, and that can clean up the snake if that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, that was not played optimally. Looks like we might be able to eke out a win here. Ewit, back the Knight of Autumn. Oof. We untap, pump the Ballista, ping 1. Not quite lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're close. If we top deck like Path or on Thin Ice, then we do have lethal. Takes only Path here. Squadron Hawk. Just sending the team. I think they got really greedy destroying my Vial with their first Knight of Autumn. DS Monster, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Taking advantage of September. Half off. Thanks for the support. Always appreciated. The Knight of Autumn, what's our record so far? We're 2-1, I think. Yeah, we're 2-1, down a game here. I'm just thinking if I want to ping anything. If I want to pump up Ballista, but it's like my whole turn. I don't think so. I think I just let the chips fall where they... Actually... They're probably gonna like block Stoneforge, block Ballista, right? Then I just miss out on a damage. Just ping off the... Cause I have to ping off the... Oh god. Both of these like suck to leave on the board, right? If I leave the Eternal Witness on the board and they play Soul Herder, or they even like Flicker Wisp it, they can get the Knight of Autumn back. If I leave the Knight of Autumn on board, they can gain life. Prevents me from like pushing lethal through. I could clean them both up. I could just pump the Ballista, kill them both, deal them 4, but then they have 5 cards in hand. I could also just pump the Ballista, ping 1, and just go to damage, right? Yeah, I'll accept this trade. They have a lot of cards in hand. I'm just trying to eke them out on these last couple of points. They're at 4. We have a Mutavault, so we don't quite have like lethal through a blocker. Especially because they have this Flicker Wisp and this Aether Vial. Certainly not quite enough. Watcher. They just sorcery speed wisp their Watcher, they just die. Unless they have Ephemerate. Maybe I want to think about how these next turns are playing out here. They have 2 mana up. What could this be? Could be the stupid snake, right? The flash snake. They still have this wisp in hand. We have this fucking garbage on thin ice. They do have to fetch, though. They have to fetch to cast the... Are they dead? They think they're dead, right? Unless they have... No, Ephemerate still kills. It'd have to be like Ephemerate plus Path or something. Because they have to fetch to cast the snake, and that puts them to 3. And then we are attacking with Stoneforge, Mutavault, and Ranger Captain. We Onthanize the Soul Hoarder and just attack them, right? Onthanize Soul Hoarder, and Mutavault, attack with everything. Oh. So they do just have Path. That's not good. So I don't sack this, because this just lets them live at 1. Make it a land. They can Flicker Wisp the plains. Onthanize falls off Soul Hoarder, but we might be able to... We have like Squadron Hawk too. Or we have, not Squadron Hawk, we have Giver of Runes. We might be able to still get this. Putting them to 1 here. Man, good thing I got in that 1 damage on like turn 2 or whatever, turn 3. Could end up being like hugely relevant. They're gonna have minimum 3 blockers, right? Because they can wisp out my planes on the Onthanize, get the Soul Hoarder back. Then they can Soul Hoarder their wisp and like wisp out one of my Giver of Runes though. Ugh. Then we like play a bunch of Squadron Hawks and a Giver of Runes next turn. We should eke out this last point of damage. If they have like a way to gain life though, that's horrible for me. This is a lot. They have a lot here. The last card is Wisp. They just Wisp my planes with the Vial. And then Soul Herder their Watcher and Soul Herder their Wisp. Then we get to like Squawk Giver or something. They get to draw a decent amount of cards. Guess we'll find out. Wow, not using the Wisp, huh? Also not flickering their Watcher. I guess no, they're dead if they flicker their Watcher. Wait, are they dead now? Now look at this path. Animate Mutavault, attack with all. No. Because they have the Wisp on the Vial. They can stop my attacker or whatever. If I path the Soul Herder, if they Wisp it, they die. They can Wisp one of my attackers, though. They can also Wisp my planes. I need to be worried about that, right? If I Pro Blue my Stoneforge, I force them to Wisp my Stoneforge, right? Pro Blue Stoneforge, attack. They have to Wisp it. I can also just go get another equipment. And then I can path the Soul Herder and, like, play some Squadron Hawks. Wisp and block it. Oh, yeah, that's true. If I Pro Blue, they can Wisp my planes still. Then they're... Oh, yeah, they're dead. Yeah, if they don't Wisp it, if they don't Wisp the Stoneforge, then they die to the path. That's true. Alright. I want to use this... No, I don't want to use this planes. Don't you path the Watcher? What does that do for me? Doesn't do anything, right? Path the Watcher pro white. Then in response, they would just Wisp my Stoneforge, right? If I pro white, they can just response Wisp it anyway. I'm burning a bunch of my clock here. I think I need to cast something pre-combat because I'm going to lose this land if they, assuming that they target... No, they can't target it. If they target the planes, they lose. So I don't need to use this. I'm going to give this Mystic Pro Blue attack. If they don't flick at the Stoneforge, they die. If they do flick at the Stoneforge, then we can just cast more spells. Pro Blue. It's fine. Come on, target the planes. You know you want to. Think about all that juicy value. Oh, nice. Dead. You were pro white if they don't respond to the giver trigger. Oh, yeah, that makes sense, because you don't have to choose until after the activation resolves. So that would work, I think, right? You target, if they don't flash into Wisp, you just say pro white and then path the... Although they have a card underneath on the hideaway, right? So there's potential to get fucked up by the hideaway card if it's not white and can be put in off like the Vial or have flash or something. Oh yeah, did they have a second Vial? Was that Vial on anything relevant, or was it on like one? They're at ones, they can't fetch anything. The Vial was on 0? Okay, yeah, then I think that was... Yeah, that was deterministic then. That was, I think, straight up lethal. Although, no, they could draw a different 3, right? They could let the... name white, path it, they draw like Eternal Witness or something. Or like a Knight of Autumn. And then they like just don't put in the Wisp. For like a blue card. I don't know. I don't know what's in their deck. This is a weird ass matchup. Yeah. Did Anthonice get there? Yes, it actually did. Anthonice just good enough there. That 1 damage I got in on turn 3 coming up clutch. Alright, snap off this hand. Hopefully my opponent keeps a Vile heavy hand. They mulled to 6. Gotta be faster than the clock here. Although so does our opponent. We've actually both been like making some pretty deliberate turns. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know what their line was either. Thought they should have like made the Wisp and then like used sorcery speeded the Wisp, flickered out my planes, get back their Soul Harder, and then like Soul Harder their Wisp to like flicker out one of my attackers, flicker out the Giver, and then also like if they want to, they can flicker out their Watcher. But maybe if they're afraid of lethal, then they don't do that. No Vile, which means his Revoker probably sucks. I think the only name with this card is Vile. I don't even know if it's like right to board in, but like Thalia also sucks some shit in this matchup. I guess Giver is another card I can name. Solid draws. Time for the squad. 5, 6, 7. Just gonna aggressively force here to try to beat face. Watcher, sure. We don't have any removal. We're really not looking forward to getting Soul Herdered. Oh wait, no, don't F6, hang on. Don't F6. We want to play Force of Virtue. Am I attacking with my Giver here? I think I am. I'm not protecting the Squadron Hawk. Am I playing Giver, or am I playing a Squadron Hawk? I guess is the follow-up question. Giver gives me 2/2/3s versus 1/2/2 flyer. 2/2/3 is pretty decent. You can even just like revoke their Giver so they can't block as well. Yeah, not looking forward to getting Soul Herdered here, but barring that, we have a pretty decent shot at doing something. Just Giver of Rune's aggro. Pass with 2 mana up. Is this the flash thing? What is it? It gets Death Touch if you have like 3 snow permanents, right? It's always a an Elvish Visionary. So I can just punch with everything. If they have like double blocks, I can just kill the Giver all the time. They might want to like draw their Watcher card, but I think that's fine for just pushing a bunch of damage. They can just send everything, play a Squadron Hawk. Oh wow, double block. Alright. Yeah, I was gonna say, then we don't even have to kill the Watcher, we just kill the Giver. Yeah, that doesn't seem very correct. It's probably like a land. Now they're at 10. We play another Squadron Hawk. They might be able to like knight my force, which would be unfortunate. But like We still just have, like, the idiot squad beating down. Yeah. Like, do I just turn everything sideways still? I guess it's probably better to just give her pro white a giver and punch them for 3. Because if I turn everything sideways, they can just block, still take 3, and just eat a giver of runes for no reason. So yeah, it's probably just give her pro white my giver, punch them for 3, play another Squadron Hawk. It is indescribable how much I don't want to get soul herdered. Also, I kind of want to draw my 3rd land. Flicker Wisp is good at punching damage. Fuck. I said I don't want that. That's literally the thing I wanted the least. Alright, we can draw some amount of removal spells here. Would certainly be nice. Alright, that's not some amount of removal spells, but it is a Flicker Wisp or a Ranger Captain for, like, Ballista. We can punch for 4 here, which parodies the Knight of Autumn. Flicker with the Soul Herder back down to a 1/1, because nothing else matters in terms of flickering. For white, what am I doing here? Yeah, I'm just going to shrink the Soul Herder. Doesn't really do anything else. If I flicker one of my own things, the Soul Herder just gets bigger, and that doesn't do anything for me. I can flicker my lands to bluff a Path to Exile. They have a Path to Exile, huh? That's fine. Gets us towards our Ranger Captain for like a Ballista to start doing things. I mean, Deputy. Oh, Deputy would be rough. Certainly punish me for getting aggressive with Giver. Ewit Path. Ewit Path, Path the Wisp. Flicker the Knight of Autumn, gain another. Getting a lot of lands here. Yeah, the Soul Herder is certainly getting out of control here. And these Revokers not doing a whole lot. We can play Batter Skull, which gets shattered. We need to stifle this Soul Herder before we can do anything, which means Ranger Captaining. This thing just Aether Vial. Don't name Giver because I think we actually do name Giver of Runes. I think so we can just ballista the Knight of Autumn. That means I probably wanted to... Actually, yeah, I probably wanted to pro-white my Giver again and attack there for an extra point of damage. If they want to trade with Eternal Witness, then that's fine. Wisp. None of this is good for me. Don't think we're quite going to get there on the damage race this time. We really needed them to not have Knight of Autumn. What's happening? What is this Flick Wisp even targeting? Their Knight of Autumn again? Yeah, sure. That is a big soul herder. Sort of light and shadow. 1, 2, 3. Wait, is this lethal? 1, 2, 3. Pro green the, or 1, 2, pro green the Ranger Captain, then equip for, no, I'm 1 off, right? Fuck. I only have a minute left. That's 5, 6, 7. I'm 1 off because of this Flicker Wisp. Is there anything I can do? $30 seconds. I'm burning all my time to try to figure out if I have lethal, and I don't think I do. I think I burned too much time there. I think they fucked up really badly, but I don't have 5 seconds to play and equip now. Because I don't have to pro-green, play Sword Light Shadow, equip, and attack, which I don't think I can do in 5 seconds of Moto time. They have Ephemerate for Path now, too. Damn it. I burned all my time. That was my own fault. I was trying to find lethal the previous turn. We actually do win this game. Like, literally with 2 more seconds on the clock. They also, like, fucked up really bad with their Giver. They could have saved either their Wisp or their Knight of Autumn. They just, like, didn't activate their Giver when I was ballistating them. Which, I guess, which probably like, changes the outcome of that game. Not actually sure what the correct target is, but yeah, it was certainly my own fault. I spent too much time trying to find lethal that turn, and I don't think I had it. But I just like played the blister for 2, said go. Sand's a little clunky, but I think it's worth keeping. They had 4 seconds. No, they had like a minute. They had a minute left. Actually, they made out yeah, I don't think they had 4 seconds left. And especially that previous turn, the turn with the Ballista, they definitely had a lot of time. The following turn, maybe they had less time after they had to deal with all their triggers and ephemerates and stuff. Well, Forest Noble Hierarch decks, very hard to beat, as it turns out. I think I'm just gonna play Thalia anyway, hoping that they're like infect and not just gonna druid me to death. Cause like Squawk's not gonna do dick against druid anyway. This stops like their, or at least taxes their hour of whatever's finale of devastation. Is that what it is? Yeah, because they're named after the hour of X cycle from Amonkhet block. But they're finales now. And also all the colors got flipped. Hour of Devastation is a red card, but Finale of Devastation is a green card. Probably got Ranger Captain for Ballista. Ballista is one of the ways we can actually try to fucking beat Druid. If they play a Devoted Druid, am I supposed to just sack the Ranger on their turn? So I can untap and play a 2/2 Ballista and like ping it down. And I don't just like die. Guess we'll wait for my opponent. Alright, yeah, they're on like Druid or something. Some vaguely green-white deck. Alright, I'll take it. The fuck? Oh, is this Eldrazi? Green-white Eldrazi? It's a weird-ass looking card. What about this is like Ancient Stirrings? Thrown off by just like the... I mean, the deck does play some number of basics, but didn't expect that. Prismatic Vistas. They can Thought Knot me next turn. The cat is ancient. Stoneforge kind of blows into a Thought Knot Seer, but it also lets me double spell. And if they don't actually have the Thought Knot, which there's like a 0% chance. If I know my math about Eldrazi, is that they precisely 100% of the time have Thought Knot Seer in hand. What am I getting? Batterskull? Yeah, Batterskull. Squawk for more Squawks. Caw. Fetch, waste, Thought Knot. Do it. Do it, coward. Yeah, I guess Batterskull is probably definitely the take, right? Because this deck plays Karn. And if they don't have Thought Knot and they like Karn me, I feel like an idiot. Surprise, surprise. Oh, wow, it was Karn. Nice. What, Charming Prince? In the context of Legacy Death and Taxes, Modern Death and Taxes, or in general? They're all probably different. in general. So it's definitely a sweet card. In general, in Legacy. Not very playable in Death and Taxes. Like, maybe a random flex slot. I don't know nearly enough about humans, but it's definitely... The one thing that always bugged me about humans is that you can't have, like, recruiter chains, where you could, like, recruiter wisp chain for, like, just a bunch of value. And you can do that now with humans, with Charming Prince, so there's a chance. Problem is that, like, the body sucks on rate. It's just actual Grizzly Bear versus 3/1 Flyer. And the other two modes are, like, basically no text. Like, yeah, gain 3 life is like, oh, if you fog the Delver for a turn or whatever. Yeah, that's true. You have a lot better blink targets in humans also. Blink thought it's like pretty bananas. Although if you're just doing that, it's not that much different than a Phantasmal image, right? A bridge. Can we beat bridge? Yeah, we have Ballista and 2 Wisps to beat bridge, right? Is that it? In the main deck? Wisp, Ballista. Yep. So I could clear the Karn if I don't put in the Batterskull this turn. I could, but also, that also burns my Ballista, which I don't want to do, because that's one of my only answers to their Ensnaring Bridge. I just don't want them to, like, get more value off this Karn, you know? Which means, like, I could attack it to 1. And just, like, play out a bunch more shit. You can activate Ballista, that's true. I can't clear the Karn. I think I just want to put it to 1 and Squawk Giver. I just don't want them to be able to shoot our other things with this. The bridge is hard enough to deal with. This Batterskull won't be attacking very much anyway. Punch the Karn. Yeah, I guess Karn existing makes Ballista to be bridge less of a good plan as well. Squawk. Giver of Runes. Reality? No, it's a 6-mana. What on earth is this? It's a walking... No, this is a Smasher with 1 extra mana. Deal. Are they gonna smash me? It's a fair amount of damage, I suppose. The path. We path it if I care about it. Probably just gonna Ranger Captain and leave a path / Batterskull. Attack Karn, attack face. I don't want to attack face. Just want to get into face damage before this bridge comes down. Karn, face. What am I protecting from removal? Eldrazi Displacer on my Germ? Does that even matter? Face, Karn. Yeah, Valiant and Charming Prince is just like a tiny Flicker Wisp, right? But you can only use it on your stuff. The Ballista. We want to get the Ballista in play to keep it safer. from getting thought mounted like it's about to. Yup. What if I just let the thought not resolve, don't take it the batter skull to try to incentivize them to they have 3 cards in hand. This batter skull isn't attacking. I mean, it could attack once. You can also path the thought not to get them to draw a card. So resolves. I think I want the batter skull in play. They might take... There's a world that they take the path. Especially if that world allows Karn the Great Creator. Yep. What's this? Stoneforge, sure. This matchup just also does not seem stellar. I'm not sure how I feel about this matchup. Definitely better than Soul Harder. Lack of bridge answers is always a concern. What does this Mystic even go get? Sword of Feast and Famine. That doesn't do anything. We have 3 cards in hand. Bridge, Sword, and Unknown. Do I block, untap? Just equip the Batter Skull to a Squadron Hawk, attack them for 1, 2... Attack them for 7, put them to 10. They get the bridge down. We have to Ballista and or Wisp them. Doesn't seem unreasonable. Suppose I could also block with Ranger Captain here. Then they just clear the Ranger Captain though. Ranger Captain's not doing anything though. Actually, Ranger Captain could stall bridges, right? Yeah, I was about to say, Captain Chain could actually lock out bridge. We could just suit up the Batter Skull, attack them, Ranger Captain them. They can get Sword online. They can put it in off the Stoneforge and stuff, but I don't think Feast and Famine really matters. You just clock them. Because we're like gaining a bunch of life anyway. Also, because we have this Giver. Although we can't give her a Pro Colorless, otherwise our Batter Skull falls off. Yeah, I think we're going to just Captain Chain here. If they don't Thought on me again, we just play another Captain, hit them for 7, sack the Captain their upkeep, hit them for 7. Give Captain Procolis to get in 3 there, though. Yeah, I guess that's true. And then I would have lethal. No, they had a Stoneforge untapped. But then if I kill the Stoneforge, then that's also fine. Because then they can't get the sword online either. It's probably better. This cat's up to no good over there. Even if they just put it on the Smasher and make me discard a card twice. Hey, stop that. Like, we still only take... If we don't block it at all, we take 7, 8, 16. We do get a free block for 2 life, right? If we block with Stoneforge and then pro colorless with Giver. They could have like a path though. Path's not good for me. I think we just take the damage. We're definitely racing it, and I don't want them to like path my Squadron Hawk holding a Batter Skull. Just discard this Thalia. They can't path. Oh yeah, they can't path this turn. 2 damage is free. Oh no, are they thought outing me? Fuck, we can't beat that. Oh no, Smasher, we can't beat that. We're good. It's all good. They have nothing in hand but Bridge. We're fine. Be more fine if I didn't punt like twice in the past turn, but this works. We have Captain plus anything. We can go get a Giver or something else. What could they draw? Nothing. A third Smasher might find lethal, but I don't think so even. Just wondering if I want to like not attack with Summoner or Squadron Rocks to not die. Give Stoneforge, Colors, Pro Colors swing all first. 5, 6, 7. What does that do? Oh, we can Ballista them if they don't block. That's fair. They have a green creature. Yeah, but they might not block because it's not lethal. They do know I have the Ballista hand though, so they should block, and that doesn't really do anything. Six, 7, 8. Probably just safe to attack. I don't think that letting them fuck up like that with known information is worth it. Like another Giver. Play the Giver. Sack and upkeep. We're super alive. They're super dead. That worked out. Alright. This is a matchup where we want Onthanice, Disenchants. Yeah, probably Revokers. That's probably it, right? Snowy doesn't seem particularly enticing. Definitely want all these. Cutting the Thalias. Hey, stop that. Stop that, punk. Get down from there. Get. Alright, what are we cutting? What are our last cuts? Go, cat, go. Just being a menace over there. Knocking shit off the desk. Probably cut Inspector. Not good against Karn. And like we're tutoring Ballista and or Giver pretty readily here. Our equipment seem important. God, what's our last cut? Just of 4s? We want to clock them though. Oh, hello. You're not usually here. Oh, you're just using me to get onto that shelf that you're not supposed to be on. Say hi. Say hi. Oh, she wants to be down. I love you, kid. Bribes cat with tuna to cause havoc for viewing pleasure. I wouldn't be surprised. What am I cutting? What's my last cut? Probably like a force, I guess. It's like trim a force. I think all these other cards are important enough. Maybe like a ranger captain is worth it. Like, I don't think the ballista to beat a certain bridge plan is like realistically that good. Or like the chain rangers to make sure that bridge doesn't come online. I don't think those plans are realistic in a lot of scenarios. I think force to win creature combat is probably more important. Alright, I'll keep this hand. I'm not particularly excited about it. Oh god. Just getting turn 2 thought knotted. We can't leave a path, because our path is sorcery speed. It's the days before that Twitch plugin where I could actually wipe chat to hide my fuck ups. It's all good. We'll all revel in your horrible typos. The old turn 2 thought knot, take the on thin ice. Unless they have like a disenchant effect. I like probably take the sword. Then I play on thin ice on the thought knots here and they disenchant it and get even more value. Yeah, they just take the on thin ice. The reasonable line. All right. What do you got? Please not Reality Smasher. That'd be unfortunate. Alright, I'm down for this. Attacking doesn't accomplish anything. It taps my giver, but like, if they had a removal spell, they could just target it anyway. Ooh. I like nothing. Big fan of my opponent having nothing. Fortunately, we can't really punch through this thought knot very well, just like at all. Guess we can just go get Ballista, and then like we can attack with a 3/3 into it, and have Ballista as a follow-up. I have like pro colorless. Bunch of white and grease, but yeah, I hope they just kept their hand off the back of the turn 2 thought knot, and like a bunch of greed. We have Stoneforge and Fake Mom in Modern. That is accurate. That's why I've been most of why I've been enjoying it lately. Oh no, that's technically colored mana. Not very good colored mana, though. Only lets them cast, like, this Noble, I guess, which we can just Ballista. See, I'm just going to attack with Ranger Captain here. And play Ballista for 2. They block for some reason, we pro colorless it, and then like ping both their things with the 2/2 Ballista. Punch. Block me. Block me, cat. Wait, what? I didn't think I would get this far. but it's known info. True. Opponents being bad is always a plan you can have. I suppose. Just get back our ballista here. Nice mana, opponent. Nice mana, opponent. You're gonna Karn me? Lightning Shadow plus Ballista is, in fact, a wombo combo. Animate the sword to make it fall off. I mean, then we just, like, attack with the sword, too. Like, we don't need the trigger. We just kill the Karn with the... It actually, like, separates our damage better. If they play Karn and minus it for something else, we'd have to, like, put 5 into the Karn that's at 3. If they plussed on the thing, we could actually just hit it for 6, right? I guess that'd be the same thing, though, because we don't get any damage face because the thing goes up. Yeah, they're just minusing. Like, I'd still have to hit this card for 5. What does this even get? Like, bridge? We have Wisp. Oh, they're at 15, so we would need to get a pretty substantial board here. Oh, now we can just, like, animate Mutavault, right? Animate Mutavault plus Giver, punch the Karn. We put shields down on, like, double Giver protecting everything. That's probably worth it to get in an extra 5 to face. Oh, yeah. Also, bridge when their hand is full of uncastables. Probably not a great plan. Also true. I would just assume that, like, bridge just completely bricks attacking when sometimes you actually have cards in your hand. Yeah, the play is probably animate Mutavault, attack Karn, attack face for 5. They do just get bridge. Ambitious. Because if they draw, like... no, I don't even know. Now we just play Stoneforge, I guess. I was probably going to play a 2-2 Ballista or something. Big brain opponent would get O-Stone. Attack Karn, attack face. And just Mystic. Opponent, pretty dead here. Yep, we did it. That was a grindy-ass league, even though we had like 2 burn matches too. I guess those only really those last 2 were super grindy. Like burn, storm. It just felt like forever because those last 2 matches were like longer than the other 3 combined. Ugh. Felt pretty good, though. 3-2. We, like, probably could have 4-1'd against that Bant Soul Herder, but I love tanking way too much. Cats were paid off by opponents to distract you during the matches and put me on until Cats always put me on tilt. They just explicitly come into this room to like knock shit off of the other desk over there. Just like, oh, let me reach up there and pop. Why would you do that? You're not getting... What are you gaining from this, Cats? But anyway, I should actually talk about this list. Felt pretty good. I don't know how I feel about Ranger Captain. Ranger Captain is certainly better in Modern than in Legacy. Did we lose that game? No, we won. My opponent just like never hit colored sources and died horribly. I do like Ranger Captain as like random like kind of combo insurance. It's really good against Storm and other stuff. Decks that you don't generally have like a ton of game against, especially we don't have any real unfair plan outside of Thalia's without something like Ranger Captain if we're just like playing a bunch of beaters. Hopkins2323, thanks for the follow. Appreciate the support. Oh, I missed. Oh no, I didn't miss. We're good. Thought I missed Renoir, but I remember that one. So Lost Ranger Loop is real. Yeah, we never got to do that. I mean, we did just like play 2 Rangers in a row to lock them out of casting the bridge, though. That was pretty sweet. But I don't know. Felt fine. Don't know if I have a lot to say about it. The number of colorless sources is maybe too many. We have what? 8 colorless lands. It's 14 white sources. I don't know how good 4-field for Mutavault is. 4-field is probably a necessity though, because like Tron's probably horrendous with no arbiters or ghost quarters. For Mutavault, I don't know. We're not super big on white. It's like only our 3s, so it's like not that hard. But like we did have trouble double spelling a couple turns, like turn 3 like 2-drop plus path or whatever, 2-drop plus 1-drop. There were definitely some instances where that came back to bite us. Squadron Hugs are also built to grind, so I don't know if canopies are if 3 canopies are better than like some extra number of just planes or different utility lands that don't hurt you. For matchups like Burn's really popular right now. For Mutavault seemed to tag says of I don't know. That was kind of my thought, but obviously very low sample size, and like we didn't play a lot of matchups where Mutavault was relevant, right? We played Burn and Zoo, which is like Mutavault is a 2/2, it's not like doing a whole lot. Storm, which Mutavault not doing a whole lot. It increases your clock. It's like a lane drop that helps increase your clock against the combo decks, which is relevant. And then like big play big things to the ground decks, or like play a lot of things to the ground decks, like Soul Herder and Eldrazi. So like not the matchups where Mutavault like shines. There are certainly like you play against like the blue-white controls, or even like sometimes the Juns of the world, and you're more happy to have a Mutavault. So maybe it's just the low sample size. Other than that, God, I wish I could play anything besides On Thin Ice. I really hate this card. Like, I know it's probably good enough, especially in Modern, but like, it's just so miserable. It's like having your removal get blown up and they get their creature back. Just like the worst. It's not probably like really good against stuff like humans, right? Where they're like never going to kill it outside of like Deputy or something. But just like I think it's like I guess like no one actually plays Flickerwurst with Modern besides us, right? So that's not really a thing. But like they have like a Ghost Quarter or something. They get their thing back off your on Thin Ice. Snowmana land. Doesn't that cost like 2 to activate? And it's just like a 2/3. Doesn't seem that much better than Mutavault, right? And like if it deals damage to something, the creature doesn't untap it during this next turn. I think the snowman land just kind of isn't super good. Other than that, I don't know. Don't really have my one thought. Like one of the things that I was like getting on Thin Ice's case for is like if we don't have to play on Thin Ice, we can play more flex lands and like tech a Weathered Wayfarer in with like Ranger Captain, Weathered Wayfarer, Get some like land destruction lands against Tron or Titan Shift or whatever. Titan Shift seems like a scary matchup for this deck, right? We have no Stone Rains or anything. We have like 2 Aphid Mind Sensors and 2 Force Genders. Titan Shift's really big right now. That matchup does not excite me. Yeah, Dodges Bowl of the Force. There are certainly blocks Goblin guys. There are things that are relevant, but 2 mana is also a lot more than 1. So I think it's 2 mana to activate, right? Am I wrong? But yeah, Titan Shift definitely a scary matchup. Yeah, I've liked the Titan Shift matchup a little bit more with like the Eldrazi Blade decks, because at least if you have like Thoughtseize and a big clock, you can do something, right? Like the deck that plays like 12 Thoughtseize effects and like 4 of them are tied to a gigantic 4/4. Like that matchup, and then also like the sideboard Fulminator plan, Fulminator plus like Sword of Light and Shadow and stuff. If your deck gets access to like Stone Rains and Thoughtseizes and stuff, you definitely have like a better time in the matchup. But this deck does not, especially with the loss of Leonardo Ghost Quarter, definitely feels a lot scarier versus stuff like Titan Shift. I also don't know how the Warza matchup is. You're really soft to Ensnaring Bridge, which like fair a lot of decks are. But I guess that's what like this is all for. And like these Revokers too, and probably these Mind Sensors. We have I guess we bring in a lot of cards versus Warza, right? Maybe even these Anthenices. Anthenice kind of sucks though, especially Sorcery Speed removal. Just like kill you with the Urza. We had to bring like all this shit though. Anyway, I've been talking too long. It's super late. It's like fucking midnight. But those are my off the cuff thoughts on the deck, I guess. Let's find someone to host. Wow, no one's streaming Legacy, huh? Who's streaming Modern? Who's streaming a cool Modern deck? None of you are streaming cool Modern decks. Come on, guys. I'll find someone. Come on, someone's playing something, right? No one's playing anything. Alright, we'll go host. This guy's streaming Goblins. That's something. There's Tom Ross. Is this actual Tom Ross? Boss MTG? That's what it looks like. Go host Tom Ross, I guess. Playing Modern Goblins. Acceptable. Hello, kitty. Hey, come on. Come up here. Just for the end of the stream. Come up here, kitty. You were only stuck around for the beginning. But anyway, yes, the cat. The cat is here to sign off. Hello. Stream mascot. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. Hope you had a good time. As always, you can follow, subscribe, donate if you want to support the channel. Half off donations that involve Stoneforge Mystic as a special September deal for this channel, and also half off first time subscriptions. That's just a Twitch thing right now in September. But anyway, we'll be back Friday. I never know what I'm streaming until like 30 minutes before I stream nowadays, just because there's so many lists I want to be playing. But I'll be back on Friday playing something, probably with basic plans in it at the very least. That's my closest thing to my brand, I guess. Anyway, catch you guys all later.